in style for our all-new studios in Freetown. I am Joe Abbas Bangura. Great pleasure to be with you again on the show. This entire month of March, we're looking at something entirely on the entertainment industry. Originally, before now, it has actually been considered as a reserve for those who are considered dropouts or who choose that the industry as a result of the last resort. They don't have any other option for survival after either having failed in other professions or career paths, or outrightly do not have any other option regarding survival and subsistence. So let's go to the entertainment industry. But that testimony is changing. The narrative is changing. This is a testimonial of the power of the entertainment industry that's been built over the last couple of years. Whether it's comedy, people like Trevor Noah and Basketmouth are changing the narrative. If it's music, people like Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, or movies, you're talking about Genevieve, or you're talking about Omotola, and the list goes on and on and on. It's not just changing out there, it's also changing in Sierra Leone. The entertainment industry in Sierra Leone is going through a massive change, directly influenced by the influx of young, educated Sierra Leoneans who are making their mark in the movies, in the music, and the comedy in the industry. And so Sierra Leone entertainment industry is gradually maturing into a viable career option, an income earner, especially for growing young generation. So therefore, Life by Design for the entire month of March will be taking a close look at 6 young, educated Sierra Leoneans whose involvement in the industry has immensely contributed to the change we are currently experiencing. So therefore, stay right through this month of March with Life by Design for exclusive, exciting spotlight of the evolving Sierra Leone entertainment industry. This is what we have for you this month. So stay tuned in all the series I'm going to be watching today. Also, it's going to be explosive. Would like to also let you know that this series is sponsored by Multina, G. Shankadas and Sons, and Goodies. Obviously, the tower that's been always behind Life by Design is AfriCell, and we also thank our partner AYV for what's coming to you. Stay tuned, don't go away. Lots of exciting stuff to share for you today. Wait until I tell you who is in the house. Welcome back. Welcome back. I can't wait to tell you who is in the house today. We have the Prodigy. We have the Prodigy and Empress P. The Empress, I'll start with you. Ladies first. I'll start with you. You were born Filka Tene Kama. And how did you become an Empress?
I believe since I surfaced in the industry, before even I released the song, you can imagine, like my friends used to call me Filkish.
Tilkish.
That was
what kind of name is that?
So we sat down with my manager Ellen Kista, and we said, okay, let us decide on the stage name, because Filkish doesn't make sense.
It doesn't sound well.
So wanted to do song we're coming up with, Queen Empress, this blah blah blah. And I said, I want to be more than a queen.
You want to be more than a queen?
Yeah. Then we searched, and I said, okay, the Empress. Like an Empress is a ruler of an empire, and an empire consists of different kingdoms where queens and kings are being ruled. So an Empress, I believe, is more than a queen or a king. So that's why I call myself Empress.
You don't have any limiting beliefs around you. So that's why you call yourself Empress. Prodigy, you were born in Mosimche Lansana, and how did you get to be called the Prodigy?
Actually, it's always been, well, at the start it was Prodigy's Sim. I was listening to a lot of rap back in the day.
Right.
There was this group Mob Deep. They had this rapper called Prodigy, and I liked his music a lot, so I just took his name and added Sim. But then when this music started blowing, people just forgot about Sim.
About the Sim. And they said it's Prodigy.
Yes.
So that's how you came to be named Prodigy. Now, so you went to Fobe College. What did you read there?
Law.
You read law. sometimes it confused my mind. And you went to IPAM and read
Pure
and Applied Accounting. That's what you read.
Yeah.
And the diversion into music. Now he went from accounting to music, and you went from law into music, but you're still practicing as a lawyer. And she's a full-time artist. And how does that work? Let's start with you. How does that work? How can you be a full-time lawyer? You're a full-time lawyer, right?
Yes.
But you're not a full-time musician.
I spend more of my time in courts, but I can't let go of music, so I still do it.
How can you say I can't let go of music? When people look at you, when you appear before them, what goes on in their mind? Who's standing before me? Is it the Azamba guy or is it the lawyer? How do you struggle with that?
The funny thing is, a lot of times I'm in court, I'll be with my matters, I have my books, and then you see someone say, "Hey, Azamba."
Lawyer Azamba.
Exactly.
They can get you to lose your clients and customers because they say, no, I'm a musician. I can't have a musician as a lawyer.
Well, so far, none of my clients have ever had issues with that. They like that more.
And you're seriously a lawyer?
Yes, I am.
And you still do music? Yeah. Do you go clubbing? People still do invite you? Do you still do the stuff?
Yeah, I still perform every once in a while.
And in your mind, you can contain both.
Yes, of course. In my mind, I can contain both. It's all about prioritizing as to when and how you are going to do.
What was the reaction of your parents when they, when did they get to know that you're involved in music?
They always knew I was involved.
They always knew you were involved.
But they never thought we'd reach to this level. I remember there was a time my father was telling my aunt, I was walking past, then I was going to perform at some school show. I just went to university. I was walking past them in the living room. I heard my father saying, "Oh, you'll grow out of it."
You will grow out of it.
And then a few years later,
you grew into it.
I grew into it.
You grew into it.
Yeah.
Now, so I'll come back to you now, Empress. You're a bold, confident woman.
Definitely.
And Ellen has done a very fantastic job with you. I see you say a lot to Ellen. Shout out to you, Ellen, for a beautiful job that you've done with this lady. Now, so his parents were neutral. Tell me about your parents and music.
My dad is a politician, so he was the APC regional chairman for the North. So he went for a regional meeting. And so the town was filled with politics people and APC and all. So that day I was having a show in Kabbalah. I think
that had nothing to do with elections.
Nothing with elections or party stuff. Yeah. So I remember like my cousins because he has an house in Kabbalah. So my cousin in the house was telling him tonight we'll go Empress P show. And he was so 13, he thought Empress P was another party person. So he asked them, so whose party Empress P there? Because he's imagined he knows no Empress P in APC and they were having a general meeting in Kabbalah. So they said, Ipa, you don't know Empress P na Ipikin. There is not a lie. So I had to perform, the place was full and I came home. And when he was back, he was like, so who do they call you Empress? I don't know.
Who's calling you Empress?
Yeah.
So, let's move to career highlights. Now, the Prodigy, major performances at Madeng and Shadowboxer. What did it feel like? And you had 2 sold-out shows in April 2017 and December 2019. Totally, completely sold out.
I think for me, a highlight would always be working with Shadowboxer because if you're a rapper in Sierra Leone, there are certain rappers that you aspire to.
What kind of work have you done with him?
We made a few songs. We worked on collaborations together. He was featured on my album, Game Time, which is on all platforms. You guys can go and listen to it. So. And
let's talk about your own highlights. What's the biggest thing that you've done so far, Empress?
I think so many since I came. Some people were saying that Empress P is overrated.
It's overrated.
Yeah, because we just one song.
Oh yeah, I see. Because just one song and what song is that? What song is that?
I think the name came out. I had a confrontation with someone, and I had to prove to people that okay, I'm also here. I can do this better than this person that's saying you're the best. So I think for that, so that period, it was all over Empress P. And mind you, I haven't done a single. Yeah, I haven't even released a single. So it was crazy, and at that time I was hiding from my dad. So I had to rush and do a single, and the single, everybody accepted it. That was Watch Me. And they started comparing me with people that have been in the game like 10, 15 years.
2012 with Dreams Entertainment.
Yeah.
2013 Best New Artist.
Yeah. Lake Production.
Lake
and
Production.
I won Slam Award. It's an international award.
Slam Award. You have 30 nominations on your
over. I can't even
over
count.
30 Best Creative Performing Artist.
And I have a concert with in Tenny Makanaki, and we have already done a song. We'll be released soon.
A song with Tenny.
Yeah, maybe next week. We'll release soon inside this month.
And it seems as if you're from the same parent.
I know. I had to ask my dad.
You have to ask your dad. You have to ask your dad. So send your comments. Tell us what you think. This is a discussion we are having. The effect of entertainment industry, its potential to be able to create opportunities in this country. I said there was a statistics I just read that says that India have forecasted that the entertainment industry will raise 4 million jobs. 4 million jobs by now, between now and 2022. So one for your thoughts and your comments about that. Don't forget, this series is sponsored by Maltina, G. Shankadas and Sons, and Goodies, and AfriCell, and with our partner AYV. So keep watching, post your comments, let us know what you're thinking. Meanwhile, don't go away. We'll be back. Welcome now. Thank you so much. Now, what's your final word? You're a lawyer, you're a barrister, and you're pushing your music, and you say it's going to be part of you. Yeah. And there are kids there, and their parents are looking at them. There's this natural beat in terms of what they do. They may have their PhD, they may have their bachelor's in the engineering or whatever degree. Should they be allowed to be able to pursue their passions?
I mean, I believe that everyone should always pursue their dreams and run after what makes you happy, what makes you feel alive.
Go after what makes you happy.
But it's also important to get an education.
It's also important.
It serves as the perfect, let's say, fallback plan in case following your dreams doesn't go the way. You have that to fall back on. But
if following your dream doesn't, and sometimes it takes long. It takes very long to do. And sometimes it doesn't even make money for you. So if you have something that makes money by the side, then you could do.
Someone can graduate from university and keep the degree and then go do whatever
they want to do. I've had people tell me, we had a guest in the last show, and she shared about she wants to qualify as a chartered accountant, and then she's going to be a tool, but then pursue what's there. So do you share the same thing, Empress P? Same thing?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to agree because I think education is one reason that makes me differ from the people that I met.
Some of them,
most of them, because if you come and they compare with people that have been 15 years, that means you're doing double steps, and you only do that with knowledge, and you know where you're heading and what you think will impact the society more than people that have been doing it.
I love that.
So education is very important in whatever you're doing. But if you have a dream, follow it. Make sure that dream brings you a little change. Because me for now, firstly, I depend solely on my dad.
You used to depend on your dad.
My dad, yeah, but now I can boldly say I don't. And I even turn down shows that pays more than 8-7 million because of the money, yeah. Because I think that my talent is worth more than that. So yeah, definitely.
My talent is worth more than that. And so what has to get my talent is worth.
So I just want to say before I go, April 3rd, Empress P and Tenny.
April 3rd,
Radisson Blue Garden.
At Radisson Blue Garden. So stay thanks to our sponsors. There's Maltina, there's Goodies, Supermarket, and we have G. Shankadas and Sons. Thank you so much. Where would we be without you? And of course, the chair of all, AfriCell, and our partner. Meanwhile, we don't want you to go, let you go without bringing you gifts from our sponsors. These are gifts vouchers from Goodies to the two of you.
Thank you.
And we also have a package here from Maltina for you. Maltina for Azamba. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you, our sponsors. Thank you for being ever so there with us. Well, now, we want to acknowledge the crew. You've been working in the vertical. You're watching television. You don't even know what's going on here. All kinds of crazy stuff. I had to just come here and sit down and read to you, but you take a whole crew of people. To you, I am very grateful. Thank you all so much for being there to make this show what it's been today. We're wrapping up. let your kids be. Education is powerful. Education is very important. I graduated as a chartered accountant. I'm doing something that's completely different from television. I didn't study talking to you on television in school, but it was there naturally. And my educational capabilities, whether it was the accounting and every other skills that I have, gives me a rounded view. So they are both important. Help them go to school, pay for their fees, let them graduate. If they have a passion, help them pursue their passion. I've been in London and parents take their kids to go play football every weekend. They find their passion to do dance, ballet dancing, whatever it is. They still go to school, but find out whatever else they're interested in. Let's keep this in our mind. You may have the next Empress P. On to our next edition of the show. I'm Joe Abasmagra. Continue to join the show. We help you to create the future you've always wanted for yourself, your family, your community, and ultimately our nation. Sierra Leone. Now we have you. Thank you all very much, and God bless you. God bless you.